So I'm Gareth, I'm a volunteer coordinator for Healthwatch Hull. I just thought I'd do a little video to end Volunteers Week in regards to my volunteer journey and put a personal perspective on the benefits of volunteering. So I started volunteering 10 years ago with Hull CVS as a volunteer support mentor. That role entailed me supporting vulnerable adults who had a range of difficulties to overcome the barriers and obstacles they face, to better their quality of life and to assist them into volunteering roles themselves. The clients I had, potentially I supported for years, would go from talking to them over the phone because they found it difficult to leave their house, to them meeting with them in person, and going from there, assisting them to attend interviews, volunteering opportunities, and really it was a fundamental role to me personally because I myself at that time had a lot of difficulties with confidence, with self-worth, and that role helped me kind of figure out what I wanted to do in life, which is kind of why I've stayed within the voluntary sector. After Hull CVS, I then went to study health and social care at Hull College. I did work experience in residential care and social care. Both experiences to me was humbling. They allowed me an opportunity to understand what carers mean when they say that the reward of the job is the job. It isn't financial, because the smiles that I saw from residents in care homes, just by talking to them, just by being there and providing them that support, for me really, it's difficult to explain how it made me feel, but it's something that stuck with me from that time. It's something that's meant a lot to me and will continue to mean a lot to me. So during this time, my parents passed away, and I ended up dropping out of Hull College because I had to find somewhere to live and I had to get a job to be able to afford that. And I started work at the witness service. At that time it was run by Victim Support, as a project support assistant. Eventually Citizens Advice took over the contract for that service and I ended up progressing to then a deputy team leader. The Citizens Advice Witness Service is a voluntary organisation which supports victims and witnesses of crime in court, before, during and after they give evidence. So as a deputy team leader, I collectively managed, I'd say, around 40 volunteers. It could be more, to be honest. And for me the experience was really rewarding because it allowed me the opportunity to learn more about myself, to face new challenges and to grow, and to be able to understand other people, because for me my style of delivering a service is people focused. It matters to me to understand things from the perspective of volunteers. I think part of that is coming from a volunteering background, and a lot of the volunteers was older than myself, and I took the opportunity to learn about their life and their experiences, and allowed their feedback to help me grow to be able to support them better. To me, it made it fundamental that I kind of wanted to stay in the voluntary sector, because for me delivering a service that supports people was something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to be a part of something that made a difference to people's lives, and seeing the change in witnesses and victims of crime when they came to court, to when they left court, from the support that the service gave, to me really made a difference, and I was really proud of the service we delivered and the volunteers that I had. So that kind of leads me to Healthwatch, and my decision to join them as a volunteer coordinator. I kind of brushed past it earlier on. My parents died when I was 21 and when I was at college, and the reason that they died was my dad died from complications due to diabetes, and my mum died from undiagnosed cancer. My dad's death was kind of expected, kind of not. Progressively it was getting worse with the illness, but still it came as a surprise because we didn't expect it to come, so quickly. And my mum's death was unexpected, because although we saw that she was ill, and we urged her to go speak to a GP for a long time, she refused to do that. The reason behind that was to do with her experiences with GPs. When she was much younger, she had bad experiences with GPs, which meant she didn't really feel valued. She was prescribed medication she didn't need, and in wrong doses. And when she went to her doctor, she didn't feel valued. She didn't feel like her opinion mattered on her care. And for me, had Healthwatch been around at that time, there might have been a difference. Her having someone to talk to that was independent, that was there to listen to her, and to help her have a say in the care that she receives. And for her feedback to then, make a difference in the service that she uses. I think potentially could have built her confidence and allowed her to be willing to go to a GP in the future. Potentially it might not have done. You never know with that. But for me, it was about opportunity, and Healthwatch would have provided her the opportunity to maybe have a little bit more confidence in health and social care as she got older, and then potentially allowed her to receive treatment. So for me, being a part of an organisation like Healthwatch that does everything that I feel would have been beneficial to my mother, and for me to be able to build volunteers up, to be able to provide support to strengthen strengths and to identify and improve weaknesses, to give them opportunities, later on in life, by making sure that, they're given every opportunity to do whatever they want with Healthwatch, for me is a fundamental part of my role as a coordinator, and is something that I aim to do with every volunteer with us.